We're going to talk a little bit more. We've been talking, a lot tonight about some of the pros and the cons of these shows, and we've been asking the question throughout here and there, why are these shows still so popular? So I want to bring it back to that central question. Why do we still watch these shows? For another example of one of the shows, it was in the clip, the montage of all the shows earlier. You saw a little clip of the show Honey Boo Boo, and Honey Boo Boo is about this young, very uneducated, Claire. Okay, well, I can't make that assumption. She acts very uneducated on the show, and maybe that's just to make money. Her mother also acts very uneducated. Okay, she still can have. Okay, I won't get into it. Her mother as well. It kind of portrays this negative stereotype that we have of kind of the Hick family. So what does it say about our society that we like this show, and why do we still enjoy these kind of shows? Why do we enjoy watching the negative stereotype of a redneck?
I think it really goes back to personal opinion again. I think that Honey Boo Boo is disgusting, and it's just a gross show. And when people are watching it, I think it's really just gross, plain out repulsive. This family is just, ugh. But some people love it. Some people are like, wow, this is so cool, like this is so different, like, and some people think it's just hilarious how stupid half of them are. And that's why people love to watch it. As a society, we crave things like drama and abnormality that isn't in our daily life. And that's what attracts a lot of people to TV is like, oh, here's this family. Like, I've never seen anything like this. Like, it attracts a lot of people. I think it's repulsive, and I would never, ever, ever watch that show. But that's my personal choice. And for other people, their personal choice is, I love that show, and I really want to watch it all the time. So I think for those kind of shows, it's all personal choice.
Well, Ben, I'll ask you this though, because this is true for me. Because in general, I think that these sorts of reality TV shows, they're just not my cup of tea. They don't appeal to me. But there are some. For example, I once watched the show Immortalized. This is a show, competition show. It's competitive taxidermy. And I watched it because I heard that concept and I didn't believe it was a real thing. And I was like, okay, I have to see this because I can't believe this is real. Do you think that there's a draw from that they go to such ludicrous levels that some people are like, I can't believe how this is actually a thing, so I'm going to watch it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, watching in our montage that Real Housewives of New Jersey or whatever, just that scene of that lady freaking out and flipping the table and yelling at people and having to get escorted by guards, my immediate reaction is, how is that real? Like, how can that possibly happen in real life? And so then I'm immediately drawn in, like, oh, I want to look that up online. I want to see if that's the click. I want to see if that's real. And I think that that's what draws people in. And I think that that is where a huge amount of ratings for reality TV comes from, is it's like they watch it because they're curious and then they leave. But there's so many people that are curious about it that they watch it and then they get drawn in. And just from that little clip, and that's all it takes is to get somebody hooked on it and be like, whoa, is this real? Is this actually happening on TV? And then you get drawn in and you want to watch it. So I think it's understandable why people want to watch these shows sometimes.
And I think that, like, the other part of it is, like, as bad as it sounds, like, when a friend falls or something, you laugh, And, like, it's bad, but we all do it. And I think there's, like, that element, at least in Honey Boo Boo, where it's like, this is just so sad that I have to watch and laugh. And, like, I don't personally watch it, but I know that people that do. And I know that people watch it because these people are, as Isaac put it, uneducated, even though I don't think an 8-year-old can be called uneducated. And they just, there's a draw to this drama of people being so stupid.
Right. So, we've been talking a lot about maybe some of the causes of the popularity of these reality TV shows. We've talked about, how it's drawing people in with kind of these absurd people, these absurd characters, absurd situations. But we brought this up a little bit earlier, but I want to delve a little bit more into it. But when we watch these shows and these shows get such high ratings, guess who's laughing her way to the bank? Honey Boo Boo. She's making a bunch of money off of you watching her, like, I feel so much better about myself now because Honey Boo Boo's and her mom are so rednecky. They're making huge bank off of it. So do you think that there is almost a pressure on some of the people on these reality shows to act even more stupid and to do even more ridiculous things and to become more ludicrous just so they can make more money off the people who laugh at them for being so stupid?
I think absolutely in all sorts of things, not just reality TV. And I think that when you are given the opportunity to attract people in and make a lot of money because you're stupid or people think, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is actually real, you're going to play it up a little bit more. It's human instinct to say, oh, well, this is working, like, let me play it up a little bit more. And it's in everything. I mean, there's a person on YouTube, I don't know if anybody's seen her, she's hugely popular, her name is Glozell, and she just plays it up more and more and more and just acts totally stupid and does all these things, and people are drawn into it, and she makes a ton of money off of it because she just does these crazy things that nobody believes an actual person could do. And I think that that's how Honey Boo Boo is. It's like you sit there and you watch and you say, is it, like, how is a person so, how can a person do this? Like, what is this? And I think that playing it up makes it more attractive to people and it gets a wider audience and more money. So I think definitely a lot of people can play it up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and actually I talked about this with Isaac on the radio show this morning. We were saying that people sit down and watch these shows, and there's certain publications that have said that these people watch them because then they say, well, at least I'm not as bad as that person on the TV. But how pathetic does that make us look, that we're having to watch that to make us feel better? Wow, guys. That's really, really sad. But anyway, I mean, I'd like to hear what Grace thinks, because she's only gotten to speak like 3 times.
Yeah, Grace, what do you have to say?
Well, I know. I don't watch much of it, so I'm just listening to you guys. It's really hilarious, actually. But people see these people, and no matter untalented they are, they're really successful. So why not watch them? Why not try to be like them? You know, when we were talking about Jersey Shore and all that, and being drunk, like, who wants to do that, really? But it's whatever makes you successful, right? Foster?
Foster, yeah, you're back up at the mic. What else do you have to contribute?
I just wanted to say I actually think reality TV is actually good for the people that participate in it because, I mean, not only does it make a career out of what they're doing, like you were saying, but also it actually encourages them to follow their passions with more vigor than they would normally have because they're on camera. Like, I know if there was a reality show about, like, say, me working out, for instance, if the whole world was going to watch me just busting reps in the gym, I would work out so hard and I would talk it up, and that would be like a passion. And I feel like all those extra eyes are just motivation on these people. Like, you look at Pawn Stars, Jersey Shore, like, it just motivates them to be their self and to put everything they've got into the life that they're trying to live, even if they're not really accomplishing it. So it's kind of cool.
They're emphasizing what they are.
Foster, you should be in producing, because I think you make a ton of money. You really should. You should be a producer. I'm telling you, he could get anyone on the show and do it. I mean, do you see the way he talks and everything? Yeah, he should be in producing. I'm telling you, that was it right there. He would get anyone on the show.
Foster, you'll have to forgive me for what I say. I actually, I agree with what you were saying about you working out, Foster. You'd probably be pretty jacked if we filmed you doing it. I'm going to turn it to a bit more of a grim level, though, because, for example, maybe someone's passion that they're encouraged to pursue harder and harder on the camera is going mudding drunk, and then one day they end up dead.